Hey Fluzzle fam, this is Del and Solana with Innovative Water Products and the Fluzzle Tube. And we are here today to tell you the story of where Fluzzle Tube began. So I'll let Del go ahead and get started with our family dynamic.
Hey everybody. Well, our kids were raised in the outdoors, and so we were always doing outdoor sports and fun outside. And our son, our second oldest son, he did a lot of floating. In fact, we have a picture of him when he was just a little kid on a rubber tube, the old style. And anyway, he didn't like how he always had to hold on to somebody, or they had to find a rope to pull everybody together and float so that they didn't float off. And so one day he came up with this invention.
Yeah, so fast forward in 2014, he was about 22 years old. He was spending a lot of time in his room, and we were a little bit concerned, or I was a little bit concerned about what direction he was going in. And we had a lot of conversations about how to talk to him about that and maybe help guide him in what direction he wanted to go in life. But before we got an opportunity to do that, he came to dinner one night and shared this sketch and showed us what he had been working on that time during in his room. And he was actually going to business classes and doing CAD drawings and really spending a lot of time in research to come up with this float solution. So he asked us our opinion on the name of the product and what we thought about it. But even after we shared our opinion and what we thought about it, he surprised us by telling us that he was heading to China, like in the next week, to meet with the manufacturer and to make this product a reality. So why don't you go ahead and share about your initial reaction to that night at dinner?
Yeah, it was a total surprise, and a great surprise. It was really cool. He just dropped it on us, and we just had nothing but excitement. We're like, oh my God, why didn't someone come up with that before? It seemed so obvious, and it was really cool. I was real proud of him, and he's got that mind that he just develops things and comes up with things. And so when he came up with this, it was just like, wow. And like she said, he said he was just going to China, just like that, pretty much going to China next week, and someone give me a ride to the airport. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, of course, my initial reaction was, wait a minute, I don't understand the logistics. How are you getting over there? Who are you talking to? Where are you staying? All the mom questions. But he had already done all that. He had already done all of the background research, met with the right people, got guidance. And not only that, he had already worked through the patent process and trademark, and he had really, really applied himself. So super proud of him, and he did it on his own. Didn't really need all of our input. He went out there and did it himself. So extremely proud of him, and it was a really exciting day. So the very first Fluzzle Tube that he created, that he showed us in the sketch that night, was the same shape that we have the Fluzzle Tube today, except that it had two reinforcing clips on each side. So a total of 8 clips, and the cup holders as well. And the colors at the time, I believe when they first came out, was blue, white, green, and orange. Their first colors, and they were beautiful. And the prototypes came and kind of got to watch that whole process come together, and it was a lot of fun. So yes, that is the story of the beginning of Fluzzle Tube in our house with our family, and we are really excited to share with you just the whole journey of where we got to where we are today. But we wanted to start with the beginning. And so that is the beginning of Fluzzle Tube. And stay tuned for the next steps and where Fluzzle Tube grew from there. Thanks.